everybody. I would like to welcome you guys to this much anticipated interview with the Honorable Panwine Powerless Chief Zebrudaya Okorigwe Nwobo. A lot of you will nearly want to kill me because you are not able to see this interview. So please put your hands together as I welcome with great honor in our midst today the one and only Chief Zebrudaya Okorigwe Nwobo, alias 430. Chief, you are welcome.
Thank you very seriously.
Okay,
yes.
those of you.
And same hi to everybody that is there.
Okay.
And all the people of Canada. I've given them my phalanges.
Chief, people are watching you from all over the world. People are watching you from UK. People are watching you from Germany, from all over the place. And they are all very, very happy to have you today.
There you are. I'm happy. I'm happy that they want to watch me. And I'm also happy that I'm in their very vocal vicinity. As Chief Zebrudaya would say it.
Yes, so today we have two very special people in the house. We have Chief Zebrudaya Okorigwe Nwobo, alias 430. And we also have Chief Chika Okpala. Now, Chief, let us start with Chief Chika Okpala. Can you tell us a little bit about the upbringing of Chief Chika Okpala? How did you start and how did you end up with acting?
The upbringing of Chief Chika Okpala?
Yes.
Is that what you were saying?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I was born to a humble home, to the family of Chief and Lolo Daniel Okpala. Down there at Nobi, just there. Not too far away. Nobi is in Anambra State.
Yeah.
And it's the Demley South of local government area of Anambra State.
Yeah.
And I was partially brought up at Nobi. I schooled for 6 months there. My parents pulled me back to Ahoda. Ahoda is in Rivers State.
Yeah.
That was where my father and my mother resided. And that was where they did their business. They were business people.
Yeah.
My father a businessman, my mother a businesswoman. My mother was a seamstress, dealing in clothes and also sewing, designing and sewing. And my father was running a filling station, the only filling station in Ahoda at that time, mobile filling station. He was running it.
Yeah.
And also had a provision store, a thick provision store. So that was where they lived. And so they pulled me back to Ahoda and sent me to the government school Ahoda. I went to government school for 1 year. My father said no. He doesn't want me to stay with them. I will get spoiled. The best thing to do is to look for somebody who is going to discipline me, a disciplinarian. So he sent me to far away Joy Karama, where they call it Joy Karama in River State.
Yeah.
Sent me to Baptist Day School, Joy Karama. So I went to Baptist Day School and lived with an ex-soldier who was a staff of the Baptist Hospital, Joy Karama. And it was actually seeing me and it brought me up in a way that I should understand. So When I finished my elementary career, elementary school, I passed so many entrances in Port Harcourt and in Onitsha. So he chose that I should go to Onitsha. Since my senior brother was already in Okrika Grammar School and he was doing sciences, he would want me to read accountancy. So go and do bookkeeping in my secondary commercial school. So I went in and I was there in Onitsha, Prince Memorial High School. Then it was Prince Commercial Secondary Commercial College, Onitsha. So I I got up, but was more interested in the literary department. We had so many societies in the school. When you come in as a fresher, they will rush you. The different heads of these societies will come and rush students, new fresher students, to say you must come to debating society so that you can speak good English. Then the other one will say, no, you come to geographical society so you'll be able to know more about our nation and ecology and other things that go on. Then the other one says, no, you come into dramatic society so that you can keep people happy and make people laugh. So I chose dramatic society and went into it. And eventually, when the war broke out, I came out. That was in 1967, the Nigeria-Biafra War. Then I took off to the village, to Nobi. Luckily at Nobi, I found people, some of my colleagues, age mates, some from DMGS, Dennis Memorial Grammar School, some from Okrika Grammar School, some from Lagos, Queen's High School, Queen's School, Lagos.
Mm.
Because we had some ladies with us then and all over. So we pulled ourselves together and said, since we are not up to age of going to register as soldiers and train as soldiers, we're too small. We're 12 years, 11, 12. What we can do to keep ourselves busy is to go ahead and organize a dramatic club. And that was how I started. One of us was a writer. He's late now, late Dr. Ogonago. One of them was a banker who was with us. He was our chairman. And one of them was also an engineer. I remember their names now. It's a long time. Ifezwe. And so many of them, I can remember them as we go on. Eventually,
yeah,
we propelled a show. And within that show, we had a teaser. And this teaser was properly handled by me. We called it Chief Okosaisai. This is somebody whose children and whose grandchildren came back from abroad because of the war. I mean, they didn't know. They came back on holidays the war broke out, so they couldn't go back. And so they were finding it difficult to blend with the nativity of the natives. Let me use that word. So the high English grammar and their attitude was not welcome, was not pleasant to Chief Okosaisai, who was played by me. And the show, the way we dispersed it was so hilarious. And everybody learned a big lesson out of that. Because so many people like that were in town who came back and go back, and they were either from US or from Canada or from Britain, London precisely. You know, so they were entertained. We moved around the army formations in the place, 66 Brigade, 11 Div of the Biafran Army, who were keeping them happy as they go to war front and come back. They relaxed with our shows. So we entertained a lot. And we were talk of the town, talk of the army at that time, and they would always book us. Every weekend we was performing. But when we were not performing, I went to, I worked with the Red Cross, the Nigerian Red Cross, to go and send relief to villages, to refugees around. And then, send them some palliatives. That's what we call palliatives now. In those days, I was not palliatives. We'll call it, we give them egg yolks and what do you call the other one? We give them it's not Gare Gabon.
Gary Gabon. Gary Gabon.
We give them corn milk. We give them corn milk. We give them corn milk and all that. So we were looking for it. Anywhere I passed, they would look. But then we were also afraid because there was the air raid trying to fish us out anywhere we were, to bomb and kill us, trying to help the refugees. We survived that. Eventually, the war ended in 1970. And my father said he had no money to continue with my education. I should go, at the point I am, train myself. Go and do something like younger boys, make money, and go into school. That some people make money and go to school. It is not only when their parents pay their school fees that they go to school. You can also work out your school fees. So start now. Luckily, you went to a secondary commercial school, so you can always make up for yourself. So I took a trip to Enugu, and my bus stop was at the Red Cross Center. Since I was a Red Crosser, a Red Cross Center there in Ogbete. I had no house. Then there was no house. When you come, every place was deserted, and people were just coming back from the war. Any room you see, you open and you stay there, no bed, no mat, nothing. You just lay on the bare floor. That was how we started. How we were. So I was assigned to distributing food to the returnees into Enugu.
Yeah.
When they cook, I was in charge of cleaning kitchen. When they cook, they bring, I will supervise the sharing and make sure that everybody that came in town that passed through Red Cross must have food to eat. There was no plate. What we were using, you just go by the bush and get some leaves and come back. We put your soup and put your corn meal that over there, and then some fish Stockfish was not a problem at that time. We were having stockfish like mad. People enjoyed themselves. So that was the relief I shared. And eventually, I got myself to a new group, a seasoned group. Enugu was full of theater groups in those days. But this one was a mature group, the Hilltop Arts Theater. Hilltop Arts Theater was made up, is a club, it's a dramatic club, entertainment club that was made up of permanent secretaries in the ministry, heads of some parastatals, even head of broadcasting stations were members. And then I got myself fixed up into that show and into their show. Their first show was oh my God, can I remember? Yes. Sons and Daughters. Sons and Daughters by J.C. de Graaf, a Ghanaian playwright. Sons and Daughters was a knockout. Yeah, somebody who said his children must take to what his dictates. If I say you are going to be an accountant, you must go and learn accountancy. If I say you're going to be a nurse, you're going to be a nurse. So in this case, his boy, well, he had a doctor already in the house. His boy, Aaron, the last born, was an artist, a graphic artist. He draws a lot and said he was going to pursue arts in the university. The father said no. That was the problem. James Ofosu, the father, said no. Anna, the mother, begged James Ofosu, allow my son go do what he wants to. He said, no, over his dead body. He must go to learn medicine. He must be a doctor or engineering. He must go to be an engineer. This was what was running in those days. It's either you're a doctor or you're an engineer. Nobody wants to know about accountancy. So, as it was, the guy had it rough with his father. And I was a friend to him. And the turning point came when, luckily, on radio, when they tuned the radio, there was no television at that time. A British courier, so what do they call it? Those people who collect artifacts and all these things, came down to Ghana and saw a piece of drawing. This drawing was fantastic. I bought that drawing for £500 sterling. In those days, I'm talking of in those days. So when the father of Aaron, that is James Ofosu himself, had £500, he looked at everybody and said, look, he's a transporter, and he has never made £500 profit since he started his business. He never made such profit. So that what happened is, if somebody can sit down and draw, and somebody from Britain, far away Britain, comes in to buy a piece of drawing for £500, my boy, you can go ahead and study arts.
Wow.
And go and draw and study arts.
Wow.
Go and draw and make sure you also get that £500 into my home. That was the show. Precisely.
Wow.
So it was put in such a way that the people in government had a lesson from it. Parents all over had a lesson from it. So we were called in for command performance from time to time in the State House. Our then administrator, Mazok Babiasika, the last memory, he was he was uh, he was so pleased with us and with the show. And he said, look, hey, I'm going to take you guys to Army Week, Nigerian Army Week in Kaduna. You're going to go by white train. I was excited. White train. Me, white train. I've never even entered train in my life before, from Mauritius to Ahoda and back throughout my secondary school career. I never seen train. I've never been to Enugu except the time I came in to do this Red Cross work. That was when I came into Enugu to see train. Now they say I'm going to enter a white train to Kaduna. So I went to Kaduna. We went to Kaduna with the administrator. And for the first time, as small as I was at the age of 13, 12, 13, I was checked into a suite. Hamdala Hotels, Kaduna. We all put on there, all the artists. We were so happy. We were pampered. And for me, for the first time in my life, from the war, eating nothing but cornmeal and coming down to be pampered with a suit, staying in a suit in a hotel like Hamdala Hotel Kaduna in those days. I don't know how it is now. I felt on top of the world. So asking myself, is it because of this show, this drama, that I'm elevated into this? I must follow this drama.
Awesome.
Okay. When we finished, the army gave us so much presents and all that. We came back home with so many presents. And it wasn't 2 weeks. We got a call again to say, look, the Nigerian president, the Nigerian head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, would want to watch that our show. He was told about our show in Doden Barracks, Lagos. Therefore, you guys must go to perform in Lagos. So I said, this my drama will take me to Lagos after Kaduna. I said yes. So on that day they said we should go to the airport. I said, me? Fly? I thought it was by road that they go to Lagos from Enugu. They said, no, there's airport. You have to go. So we went to the airport. We were there. A flight came, and they said, we looked out. It was a presidential jet.
Whoa.
We say, who has this one come to carry? We were there watching to see the president that will come out of it. The pilot came down and announcement was made that the flight on ground now is for the performers who are going to Lagos to perform at Doden Barracks. Those to go and perform our group. Forgotten. So we were asked. It was my group that was called upon. Hilltop Arts Theatre, and the people of Hilltop Theatre, and then the NBC choir, another very good choir that complimented us, should join with us into that flight. And so we went into that flight. We flew presidential jet down to Lagos. Got to Lagos. They took us straight to one of these big hotels over there. I can't remember their name now. One of those big hotels that was the talk of town. Not a Cola Meridian, but next to a Cola Meridian. And I was also given a suit. I said, this drama, I want to see this drama to the end. I want to exploit. I want to make sure that this drama, what I'm thinking about it, I should get it. And so I performed at Dudem Barracks. We performed for 3 days in Dudem Barracks. And it was so wonderful. We gathered presents, we gathered encomiums, we gathered, no, there was nothing that they didn't tell us at Dudem Barracks. So when I came back, so since then, I was thinking about myself and about drama. So when we came back, our producer then was Gringo Yakagog of the New Masquerade. That was James Iroha. James Iroha was our producer of Sons and Daughters. And was also the director, the stage director of Sons and Daughters.
Chief, I'm going to come in here now. Hold on one second, Chief. On behalf of, I'm coming. 1 second. Hold on.
Take two.
For some time now, thank you so much for taking us through this history. For some of us, this is the first time that we are hearing about it, and there's so much lesson for us to learn from what we just heard you tell us. Now, on behalf of all of us who have been your fans from when we were born, you just turned 71 years old. So I want everybody, wherever they are watching this program, including my friends that are there with you, we're going to sing happy birthday for you now. So 1, 2, 3. Chukoma, all of you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Okay. All right. Also,
I must clap hands.
Yes.
Also, God for this life. Yes.
Also, Chief, I want to wish you. I want to wish you a happy Father's Day. Today is Father's Day, so I want to wish you a happy Father's Day. So 2 blessings in one for you. Thank you so much. Now,
before you cut it off, let me throw you a song about Father's Day, which you don't know.
Okay.
Which Chief Israel Powerless composed himself.
I was going, Chief. I will let you sing the song, but I need to bring in Chief Zebrudaya Okorigwe. His Royal Powerless, alias 430.
Yeah.
Please,
told them.
Can I have the honor of having Chief Zebrudaya in the house?
Thank you, seriously. Very, very seriously. Chief Israel Powerless have been looking at you and trying to find out whether you does not want him again. And now that they know that you want him and they want him to spoke edge,
yes,
it's my pleasure to elucidate who I am. These are still Chief Israel Powerless, Chief the Honorable Zebrudaya Okorigwe Wogbo, alias 430, MON without AY. Are you see what I'm saying? Who was studied in the primary school of Slummy Primary School. in those days. Yes. And people who does not know him was thought that Chief Israel Pawine Powerless was studying about Tombolikwo. I was not studying anything about Tombolikwo, but I was consuming Tombolikwo. Are you see what I'm saying?
I am so it. I am so it, Chief. Chief, can you teach us the song now? Teach us the song. Chief is in the house.
Odema. The song goes like this. It's in vernacular. Ndị bụ nna ogologo ndụ na-arụ isi ike ka anyị na-ayọ Olisa ka anyị nọtekwe ogologo ndụ. Are you with me?
I'm with you, Chief. I am with you.
Ndị bụ nna ogologo ndụ na-arụ isi ike ka anyị na-ayọ Olisa ka anyị nọtekwe ogologo ndụ. Are you see what I saw?
I am so what you saw.
Before I am giving you the second stanza, and you would engross me some Tomboliko to be able to wash my mouth.
Chief Zebrudaya Okorigonwogbo. Now, how can I know the origin of Chief Zebrudaya Okorigonwogbo? How did he come to get alias 430? Can you tell me a little bit about the constitution and the consummation of the Chief Zebrudaya Okorigonwogbo, the Honorable Pawine Powerless?
One thing you does not know that both the name Chief Zebrudaya Okorigonwogbo alias 430 and the he who achieved Zebrudaya Okorigonwogbo alias 430 was discovered by James Iroha.
Really?
Who was my houseboy, Gringo Yakabok. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Who was my producer? Who was my employer?
Really?
And who everybody I think thought that they are my houseboy.
Whoa, this is interesting.
So Gringo Yakabok was the one who was initiated the show, The Masquerade. I initiated New Masquerade.
Wow.
Gringo initiated Masquerade and was also germinated all the characters.
Wow.
In the Masquerade.
This is interesting.
Chief Zebrudaya, Gringo Yakabog of Leria, Mrs. Sim Gertrude Apollonia God give Mobo, Mrs. Sim Selina Obodia Mobo, Nazi, Prince Dr. Jegede Shokoto Yokoto. What are her name?
Akpeno.
Ramotu. And all the etc. Members of the family. We are one family. But what I want to say that the originator of the show, I was not going to ask him how was the name come about, because I took it as a character. But I know that it was, since I've been writing the show too, that it had a concoction of name plus name that was made Chief Zebrudaya Okorigonwogbo alias 430.
Chief Zebrudaya Okorigonwogbo, I have one question for you. There was a day that Gringori and Clarus, you flogged them because Valeria Nwogbo complained that they were insulting her in the dream. What was going on?
Yes. How can they be dream that they have flogged Mrs. Nwogbo, who are given them the audacity and precocity to dream such kind of dream? They should not dream old man dream. They should dream the dream of a small boy, of how they play football and how they wrestle Not how to go and flog Mrs. Move every day. Move. That's an abomination. And that was why I was flogged them.
That,
Any other
wow.
question?
Chief,
Yes, on duty.
I have some questions, but a lot of people who are watching us now,
Yes.
they don't know about this film because a lot of the new generation
Whatever
film.
they want to know, let me know. Just Tokenye Mazu. I'll be able to give you the balance of the Ewedu soup.
Okay, let's there's one important thing that you said now, Chief. Let me go back
Yeah.
to Chika Okpala now. Let me go back to Chika Okpala. Now,
Thank you.
Chief, you said something that is very, very remarkable. I like the way
Mm.
you honored uh, James Iroha of blessed memory.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, and you made us know now that it was James Iroha that put all of these things together.
Yes, it was the originator, the creator of the program.
Awesome, awesome. What was the
Mm.
relationship? What was the relationship between the cast of Masquerade? And I want you to explain to us what the Masquerade was all about, because
Thank you.
we saw Igbo people represented, we saw Yoruba people represented, we saw Hausa people, we saw Calabar people, we saw people from all over Nigeria represented. What
Right.
was the concept of the Masquerade?
Now, the concept was to bring peace and harmony. Immediately after the Civil War, people were seeing themselves as different people. There was need for togetherness of Nigerians. There was need for togetherness of Nigerians after the war. The war has ended. Let us put it behind us. And let us come back together as one person, one family. That was why, I didn't even mention Malanshehu, because Malanshehu was also in the cast.
Yes, yes.
So, yes. So, the concept ab initio was to cushion the effect of hardship, the effect of high-handedness of the army. Army was tough in those days. In 1970, they were still doing their thing as army. And there was need. There was need for a show to explain to them that the war has ended and the civilians will not be taken as they were taken at that time with high-handedness. They should mellow down, that they're their people. You don't kill them. If you finish killing them, who are you going to army for? If you slaughter them, finish, they all die. Who is the person you are going? Who remains that you have to honor and brag yourself that I'm Major General, I am Major, I am Lieutenant Colonel. For who? When you have killed all the civilians,
Sure.
it is not proper. So, and when people see you, they run away. There was a time when you see the army, you run away. You took to your heels. So it was proper that we find a way to mellow down the tension of the public, to say, please, please, please. These army people are our children. But they have gone to fight the war. The war has ended. Let us come back together and get united and push ahead as one. That was the main focus of the new masquerade, of the masquerade. Masquerade and the new masquerade are the same thing, but different tempo of production. Masquerade started, then the new masquerade came and beefed it up. That was old masquerade and new masquerade.
Chief,
You know? So,
yeah.
uh, so the concept, like I said, was to mellow down at that particular, to make sure different ethnic groups come back together and unite as one and see themselves as brothers and sisters. From the north or that you're from the south does not matter. You can stay together, you can live together. That was the preaching we had. That was the mission we had to fulfill. Are you hearing me?
I'm here, you, Chief. I want to share a screen so that people can, for some people who do not know about the new masquerade or the masquerade,
Yeah.
I want to show
Yes.
them a little bit from that so that
Mm.
we will continue, but let me show a little bit from there. Hopefully, it will bring people's memories back.
Of nostalgia. It will send them to nostalgia.
Exactly. Let me take something.
Thank you.
Let me take something from YouTube.
Mm.
Yes. So 1 second.
For those who want to understand will understand.
Exactly. So let me take something from YouTube.
Right.
Yeah.
Go! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Apolline. Happy birthday to you.
How old are you now? How old are you now?
For my place, they're not the ask man how old you be. No, not you.
Oblady, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let us go, Jare. She can answer anything she likes, eh? So, 1, 2, go. How old are you now? How old are you now? How old are you now, Apolline? How old are you now?
I'm a young girl today. I'm a young girl today. I'm a young girl today. I'm a young girl today.
Happy, happy.
Hooray!
Very good, Ojare.
Happy birthday,
Happy
you
birthday. This is your birthday card. Yes. And in fact, this is your birthday present.
Look, hey.
Read from you.
Yes.
Thank you. You do well, you hear?
Thank you, Jerry.
So you remember?
That is
Baby, where been Papa not remember?
No, don't mention my name. Are you hear me? For me to waste my whole time. The whole alliance wanted to waste his whole time for nonsense birthday card.
Wano, Chief, are you trying to tell me that bad days are not important to you?
What are important in it?
Eh?
What I make it important? What I it mean?
So it doesn't mean anything to you?
Yes, what I mean.
But
Since I am know you, how many times have you celebrated your birthday?
Okay. All right. We're back. We're back. Chief, we're back. Can you still hear me, Chief?
Okay. I'm stood by.
Okay. Now, honestly, Chief, looking back at the new Masquerade and what you guys were able to do,
Yeah.
honestly, people don't understand
Right.
that it was beyond acting. Your attempt to bring everybody together, your attempt
Yeah.
to move people away from
To mend fences.
yes, and take them away from the horrors of the war. That was very, very commendable. I'm sure
Right.
somebody like you must be very, very horrified and disappointed with the way things are in Nigeria today, when it looks like people have forgotten what they came from. I don't want to pull you into politics now. We're going to talk about it later. But let me ask you, Chief, why was it that Chief Zebrudaya Okorigwe was always cursing people? Remind us of some of those his curse words.
Because one thing I want to let you know is that Chief Zebrudaya was a retired army officer.
Okay.
He was a retired army officer who then worked at the general hospital.
Okay.
As a hospital gate man. Okay. Because of security, because he had acquired the knowledge of security from the army. That was so each time he works like a soldier, and then he talks about my mouth shut off. Yes, he was a retired army officer.
Oh my God.
Yes.
No wonder why he was always, and then what? Tell me
then
also.
Sometimes he will blend it with ewu
Cambia.
Ewu boko. Yeah.
So what is tell us about Mrs. Sim Ovularia Nwogbo. How that long description of where she came from. Introduce her again.
Yes. Yeah, Mrs. Ovularia already Nwogbo of Bakana via Isiokbo in the Prakot of Diob. Are you get it? So Chief Zebrudaya was doing journey before he was discovered. Mrs. Ovularia already Nwogbo as G4 of French language spoken.
All right, talking about Mrs. Valeria. Let's get back to
my Diale, my Talino Bataguleri. Well, Ovi, my dearly, what happened now is that age I tell on everybody. So we're all trying to grapple and see whether we can live. That's why I gave you that song. Ogologo na yo Lisa. Can you not take away? We get called on now.
Oh God. Okay.
You know.
Let's get back to Chika Opala. Talking about Mrs. Sim. Tell us a little bit about your family. I know you're married to a beautiful wife, and tell us a little bit about your family.
Actually, everybody I think everybody thinks I am married to Mrs. Mugleri already. No, why? I'm not married to her. He's only married to Chief Zebrudaya Okorigwe as what I think. But Chika has his own wife. Mrs. Sim Omunuzwa Opala. That's my own wife.
Wow.
That's the wife of Chief Zebrudaya. Chief Chika Opala. Yes. Omunuzwa Christina Okpala.
Wow.
That's my own wife.
That's
In the
awesome.
actual. My
That's,
old Zebrudaya. Yes,
that's,
yes, yes.
and how many kids have you?
So I'm happily, and we're happily married, and we have 2 children, a boy and a girl. And well, I will say a man and a woman now because they're all married too and have
Oh,
their
wow.
children,
Wow.
Yeah.
So
So you can see what I'm so.
tell,
Mm,
tell
mm.
us a little bit about how you met her, and how was she able to cope because I know that Chief Zebrudaya was a very active man and they must have been very demanding
Yes.
to do the script, do the traveling, do the
Yeah.
acting.
I must say that she's a wonderful woman. She's she copes and she takes in all the jokes that I make that sometimes look as if it were directed to her. You know, when you stay with a writer or a producer, most of the times what he writes is about you that he's seeing.
Mm, mm,
And most of the behavior you do is what he sees around him that he puts on stage.
mm,
So most of I thank her for not thinking that I am exposing her on stage
mm,
or in the screen.
mm.
Uh, I don't go out as such to go and mingle outside and then import ideas and put. Sometimes I gather ideas from what is my staff, my brothers and sisters, my mother
Mm.
when she was alive, and my daddy. I gather my acting prowess from them, and then my writers, my scripts portrays what they do. Not that I'm trying to uh, to say what they are doing is bad or not bad, but I use that to teach the public, to teach the population of Nigeria that this thing you think is happening in your house is also happening in my house. Or what
Mm.
you think is happening in the house of Chief Chikopala is to him alone. It's also happening in your own house,
Wow.
you know? So you as somebody who is a creative writer and a creative producer, you don't know when you jump into your family. You don't know when you jump into your friends. You don't know. Sometimes when you move out and some people talk, you capture what they talk and come back home and blend it into your script. You know. So I have is my wife is a wonderful woman, and we have never had quarrels because she thought she saw herself on the screen
That is very,
being
very,
acted by some other woman.
that's very awesome. Chief, I
Yes, it's
know.
very awesome.
Yes, yes, yes. Has what about your children? How has
Yeah.
your acting or your fame, how has it affected or did it actually affect what they became in life?
Um, you mean my acting?
Yes.
No, I know where I was going. I know when I'm acting, and I know when I'm alone. I'm on my own as Chika Pala.
But did it influence them
But
to become anything in life? Like, is any of them acting? Maybe that's the question. Is any of your kids acting?
no, not seriously. But I try to involve them when I have shows. If
Okay.
they're around, if I'm producing today in my studio and I see them around, I fuse them into my show. So they feature from time to time. They never reject to act, but they have not professed acting in themselves.
Wow.
You understand?
I
Mm-hmm.
understand. Now,
They are into different vocations, not not acting. But I can never say, because by the time I came into acting, it took me time to actually, it was when I was enticed by what I got from acting, going to, having to ride a white train, having to go to Lagos and stay in Federal Palace Hotel. I was trying to think of Federal Palace
Yes,
and
yes,
having
yes,
a
yes.
suit, Federal Palace Hotel. And, as small as I was at age 13, 14, I started living that kind of life. And then was able to have a vehicle at the age of 18, a Volkswagen car. So all these things pushed me into um, moving deep into acting, moving deep into show business. I was encouraged by all these things, but through my effort and through the effort of my late producer, Chief James Iroha,
Now,
Gregory Akabo of a Court 4.
I was going to say, Chief, can you help us remember all of these people and the way you call them, starting from Gringori to Clarus
Yeah.
to Akpeno?
No, Clarence Mbojikwe is there also. Clarence Mbojikwe is a very tough guy. He tries to discipline Gregory Akabo because he's a junior houseboy. And the only thing is that Clarence Mbojikwe is incapacitated now. He doesn't, he has visual problem,
Oh,
So you cannot see him on stage. Is it not when you see that you can come on stage? If you don't see well, you fall
I
and
know,
wound yourself.
I know.
So that's the problem. But
So,
it's quite okay, of course. Yeah.
Chief, I want you to, the same way you called Mrs. Simo Valeria, I want you to address
Yeah.
Gringori like that, address Clarus like that. They are full regalia of their name.
I'm called as I go. I will call them. I will not continue to call. That's a story for another day. Will you chocolate all the story one day? Liwo. Liwo say Ofojifo, Ofoedafo, Ofojifo, Ofoedafo.
Mana Chief,
What story will you tell next tomorrow? Or you don't want me to come to Canada? Eh? I will come to Canada. You have to find my way to Canada. Yeah, you must do something. You have to do something.
Chief,
Yeah,
Chief,
you have gotten enough stories.
Mana Chief,
But
Chief, chetakwa na ndị Igbo si na ọlịla ọjị kpaa ya nkụ na ada ali ọjị kwada.
oh yeah, no. Ịkpa na-akpata ọva nkụ. Amani ga-enwekwa ike budata ya. Ị ga-ebudata akwụkwọ ya from elu ọjị.
Okay, guys, all our listeners and all our viewers, it's been Chief Zebrudaya Okorigwenwogbo, alias 430, the Honorable Power and
Yes.
Powerless. You have seen there's so
thank
much
you.
that we can get out of Chief, but we are going to do this another time. We have just brought him here to celebrate his 71st birthday with him and to wish him happy Father's Day today. Now, I'm going to give a chance for 2 or 3 people to call on the phone. If there's that question that you've been wanting to ask Chief Chika Okpala, please, or Chief Zebrudaya Okorigwenwogbo, the 2 people, any question you have for them, call. The number is +1 647 989 2837. It will be on the comment and in the chat room. The first few people to call, we will take your question. We'll take 3 questions and we'll let Chief answer it. But remember, mostly we're appreciating Chief for what he has done. He has entertained us for so many years, and we are so grateful to Chief. So right now the lines are open. You can make your calls now. I will take just the first few. And Chief will be getting ready. We're going to try to bring Chief to Canada. because that's why he's holding back a lot of things. He says if he gives everything away, what will he say when it comes to
You are.
So the lines
My
are
guest on
open.
duty.
Yeah, so the lines are open. I'm going to type it here so you guys can call. I'm going to type the line. I know there's a delay, so you will not see it immediately. But yes, you can go ahead and call. Chief, I know, contrary to a lot of people's beliefs, they thought that there was a problem between the cast and crew of New Masquerade and Masquerade. Was there any problem?
No. You asked me whether there has been any problem between you and your wife since you live together.
There are plenty.
This is a family. Don't forget that this is a family. Most of the times we are together. Sometimes we misunderstand ourselves.
Sure.
But that doesn't stop our show.
Yes.
We misunderstand ourselves does not stop our going on stage or stop our going for production, television production. We are mature enough to know that what is private is private.
Yes.
What is public is public.
Sure.
Sometimes we have misunderstanding, but we do not have it always. We never encouraged it, and we were together until most of them passed on. So we're all happy people. It was one family, one happy family that we maintained.
Yeah.
Which will try to show Nigeria that you can stay as one happy family. If nobody cheats the other,
yes,
everything is designed and defined. So you don't see yourself being cheated. You don't see yourself being downtrodden. You see everybody equal. You won't say Gregory is not it's not better than Zebrudaya, or you won't say that Clarus is not better than Gregory or Zebrudaya or Valeria. You see that everybody has a niche for himself. Everybody in the masquerade, in the new masquerade, has carved a niche for himself.
Okay, we have the calls. The calls are coming. Let's take one of them. It's better when you call on the main line. Go ahead, call on the line. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Go ahead.
Thank you for everything you've done for Nigeria. You're a great entertainer. One of the reasons why I watched the Masquerade then is because of you. Your acting is very great. I like it. You're a great man. You're a legend. Thank you so much. And I remember what you do say. You see what I'm saw? Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Chief, I didn't quite catch your point. Can you expose it?
Yes. He said he is so happy for everything that you've done for Nigeria, that you are a legend. Okay. And he learned to say, you see what I'm saw from you.
Oh, wonderment. I see. One thing you have to do is to gather my birthday present from all of them.
I will.
And post.
I will.
Are you doing that, so? And post it to me.
I will do so. Go ahead. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
On television without no consummate to
Mr. Anene, born and bred in Aba.
Anene.
I'm a very good fan of Masquerade.
Yeah. Thank you.
And I remember those days. My parents do flog me because at the time somebody was carrying Itofe to bring inside the bedroom, inside the room. Suddenly, where I was watching Zebrudaya, they jammed me with Itofe, and the Itofe fell down. So that was one of my highest punishments. But my question again, I want to ask. When I was small, there was a wedding you did, and later we had a bad story later. in a blessed memory. I don't know if you can recall. How do you feel up to now, sir?
Yeah. You say when you were small, you did what? You were not washing your plates?
He said there was a wedding. There's a wedding that you conducted, and then I think somebody, I don't know what did you say? The wedding didn't end well, or there was an accident. He said, "How do you feel about the wedding?" I don't know the wedding he's talking about.
Will I remember? I've attended about 3
Which
million
wedding is that?
weddings.
Yeah, he was
Where
married
was
this
that?
year. After the wedding, I watched the we watched the wedding at in NTA back then. We were very small. Something later happened. You know, everybody was, all of us were very, very sad when the incident happened. You know.
Oh, sorry. Well, whatever happened, may I apologize in case you were not happy that day. I apologize for that time. And something may have happened. I don't know what happened. If it was that I didn't attend the wedding, that's a different thing.
Okay, you're saying that Chief Zebrudaya was married before.
Yes.
He said that Chief Zebrudaya was married before.
Yes.
I have so many wives now. I married Miss Madam Truewood of Bar.
I know when the wife passed away.
Hold on. Chief Zebrudaya, go on.
Yes. I said, I'm a very good husband.
Mm-hmm.
I married the first one, Mrs. Selina Obodiamobo.
Mm-hmm.
I married the second one, Magandalene.
Mm-hmm.
I married the third one, Mrs. Gertrude Apollonia God give Mobo of Bar, Madam Truewood of Bar.
Yes.
Then I married Mrs. Muvleri already Mobo. These are the wives of Chief Zebrudaya Mobo that I sought at without no disputable.
Okay, hold on, Chief. I want to ask this question. Your present wife now, has that been the only wife that you ever married? I mean, Chief Opala's present wife.
Oh, you're talking of Chief Opala. You're talking of Chief Opala.
Yes.
Yeah, Chief Opala married first.
Yes.
And lost the wife.
Okay.
After a month.
Okay.
After a month marriage.
Okay.
Chief Opala married and lost the wife after a month.
Oh.
And then they married the second one now.
Okay.
Which I've been living with him. Yes.
Okay. He's saying that it was a very painful...
So in case it's my in-law, I'm sorry, the woman died. What can a man be does?
No, it's okay. No, he just wanted to clear the air. It was painful to him because that's what you're saying, right?
Yes. That one did not give me any pikin. One month marriage not bring pikin.
No, he said it was very small. Something that stayed in his mind. At least today, he's able to clear the air. Thank you so much for calling in, man. Yes. Thank you very much.
Where did you school?
Oh, he was in Aba. He has gone off. He schooled in Aba. Yeah, he schooled in Aba.
Okay. If he schooled in Omania, yes, then he's abreast with you.
Sometimes there's this question that is in your mind, and you keep waiting for the day that you get an opportunity to ask it. So I'm glad that today he was able to clear it from his head. He has to pay. He has to pay me money for bringing you.
Told him. This thing happened in the 70s.
I know. Listen, Chief, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you.
Right.
I am going to, if I was there where you are, and I'm going to send you a birthday present. And I also want, I don't know if it is okay. I hope it is safe for me to ask you, since we cannot see you physically, is there a way we can send you our birthday gift?
Why not?
Is there an account that we can send you a birthday gift? Just a number and a bank.
These days of high technology.
Yes.
West, if you go get back to the airport and pass through the thing, it will get to me. There's flight in Enugu.
I know, but
and the thing will get to me.
I prefer, is there a number that we can, is there an account we can send something to?
Yes, I will get that to you, or
Good.
you.
Okay,
I wouldn't want to. I will send it to you in your phone.
Yes, that is good. So now I want everybody to listen to me. You guys know my number. My number is very public. I'm putting together a birthday gift for Chief Zebrudaya Okorigonwobo. A lot of you are jumping up. You say you like Zebrudaya. He has been this. He has given us. He has blessed us. This is the time to bless him back. And exactly, now this is when to put your money where your mouth is. And remember,
71 years and not 71 days.
I remember Chief Zebrudaya Okorigonwobo is here, and there is no tombolikwo for him to wash down all this talking that he's been talking. So we need to send him tombolikwo.
To Dangros.
To Dangros.
See. That are very good.
Yes, Chief, thank you so much. I thank
you. The dollar of it.
I thank you so much for.
You told me the kind of tombolikwo to purchase. I can purchase it and told you and show.
Thank you so much, Chief.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I'm seeing what you're so, Chief Zebrudaya Okorigonwobo. I'm so happy you have inspired. You inspired a lot of us. I
told them that rainy season have mobilized. Rainy season have come, so there's cold everywhere in Nigeria, and the old. I need biaku to be able to at least to live again, to be able to entertain.
Amen. So all of you text me, and I will send you where you can send something to Chief for his birthday so that we can all appreciate Chief. Please, my number is there. Send me a text so that I can send you small. It's not a big thing. Just small birthday gift.
Yes,
something that Chief
can. I am not woman. Yes.
Yes. Something that Chief can use to buy snap.
Yeah, stay for us.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much, Chief Zebrudaya Okorigonwobo, for accepting to come to our program. We are really grateful.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Chief. You have done well. You done well. Yeah.
I'm hoping that you're
so happy
to
have spoken to Canada.
I'm hoping you can come and see us in Canada very soon.
Iowa. I'm looking forward to that.
All right. Thank you very much, Chief. Thank you very much, Chief. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. More sweat to your armpits. Yes, more sweat to your armpits. This forum, a wonderment. Very wonderful. Good communication. Good talkative media. So that and interactive.
Chief,
so
before you
it's
go,
open for all of us here in Nigeria.
Chief, before you go, I want you to do something for me.
Canada.
Chief, before you go, while you're still here, I want you to tell everybody.
That's why without no condition, I was just talking to you.
Hold on, Chief. Before you go, please, I need you to.
I'm holding it.
I need you to look into the camera and tell everybody to subscribe to Worship Media TV.
To watch what media?
Worship Media or WMTV. Just tell everybody, subscribe to Worship Media TV.
Everybody who are there in the Canada.
And everybody
here who are there in the USA. Everybody who are there in Europe. World. I don't know about the people of Africa, but everybody who are there, wherever you are, put your subscribe to Watch Media TV.
Thank you.
Huh?
Yes.
Subscribe to Watch Musia TV.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Thank you,
Continue to
Chief.
give you.
Thank you very much, Chief. Thank you very much.
Hey,
Bye
thank you
bye.
for
Bye
this
bye, Chief.
honorable. Bye.
Okay, bye
Bye.
bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye bye. Okay, guys, that's the Chief Honorable Zebrudaya Okorigwe Nwobo, the Honorable Panwine Powerless. He was there live and direct, and I really truly enjoyed myself. I hope you did enjoy yourself too. This has been something that it's been long awaited, and I'm happy we finally made it happen. And thanks to you for being there to see this happen. Like I said, I like to appreciate him. So if you want to join me in appreciating him, please reach out to me +1 647 989 2837. Send me a WhatsApp text so that I can send you how you can appreciate Chief Zebrudaya. I mean, if we were there, we would have bought him a birthday present. These people, he's a legend, but Nigeria being what it is, these people are not really appreciated as much as they should be. If he was elsewhere, this would be a very, very, very wealthy person. Not that he is poor, but he'll probably be a very top star. Okay, but when they were there, they did all that act, and their acting had meaning. That's the difference. Their acting had meaning. They had what they were doing had a lot of sense to it. It made a lot of sense. It was for a purpose, and we can only appreciate them for what they did, and we can only show them appreciation. All right, from all of us in Worship Media TV, somebody says, "Oh my God, is that not Zebrudaya?" Oh, you didn't know. I thought that you didn't know you came late, but go and watch the show. Go and rewind it and watch it from the beginning. So, on behalf of all of us at Worship Media TV, on behalf of Dr. Erica and every member of our crew, I'd like to thank you for being there always and supporting us. And especially, I want to send out a special thank you to my brother Ephraim Chukuma for making it possible for this interview to happen. He had to pull a lot of strings and go to be there physically to make this happen. So Chukuma, thank you so much for making this happen. I'm so grateful. All right, guys, till I see you very soon with another very interesting interview. My name is Dr. Chidi. I love you. Bye bye.